What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. Today I want to give you guys some tips on how you can make stubs through your computer or your phone, because it's actually really easy and a lot of people don't know about this, and I highly recommend you do it. Also going to give you guys a little bit of a forward on a new stub tip that I am working out on, and I like it so far. It's been working pretty good and I think you guys are really going to like it as well. But before we hop into this one, make sure leave a like down below. Really helps out the channel, helps out the videos. Subscribe if you guys are new to me, new to the channel, new to the videos. Put a lot of tips, gameplays, pack openings, really anything MLB 20 is on this channel. So yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys have not yet. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to show you guys is how to do it on the computer. So let's go do that right now. So here we are on the computer. We're on the ShowNation.com. Link in the description and the comment section. It'll be pinned. Make sure and check this out. First of all, it always has good news. So if you want to see the schedule or something, and if you're not at your PS4, you can easily do it by doing this. Also, they always put patch notes up first and foremost on here the night before it does come out. And the way we're going to look at it, so first of all, make sure go onto my account and log in. You guys can see I'm already logged in right here. This is also where you go for Twitch drops. So if they do streams, I don't know if they're planning on doing that with everything going on in the world right now. If you watch the streams, you get free packs, so that's more free stubs. And what we're going to do right here is go to games, that's first of all, and then community market on MLB The Show 20, and this is how we're going to make stubs. So here, as you saw on my well, actually it's a little bit delayed, but you guys can see those are my stubs and that's what I have to work with, and we're going to be able to make stubs from here pretty simply. You can do anything that you could on the market on the website right here. So this is a new filter I've been looking at for flipping, and I have a new exchange one that we're going to look at a bit later. But for flipping, I have really started to look into silvers because I think there is some profit to be had there. So we're going to go 79 to 75 overalls, and we're going to be looking at live series cards. And the biggest thing, I know a lot of people are going to say I do not like flipping cards. It takes too long, it is tedious, I do not find enjoyment in doing it. That is exactly true. I don't have burst of fun doing it either. I don't think it's going to be the most enthralling thing you're going to do on MLB The Show, but if you're no money spent, this is the best way to make stubs. This is one of the best ways to make stubs. So, you know, just how you would grind moments, you have to grind the market if you really want to get the most amount of stubs. And in silvers in particular, we're talking purely about volume and good gaps. Get at least about 100-150 stubs per flip is what we're looking for. And silver cards, from what I have experimented with, go even faster than gold cards if that's possible. Gold cards I thought were the epitome of quickly selling on the market. So once again, remember the 10% tax coming out, and the quickest way, like I said, this is the best way for me to do it. If I see David Fletcher, he goes for 700. What's 10% of 770 stubs? 630. It's a rough estimate, but it is going to be as good as any. You're going to give or take 10 stubs, something around there. It's not a big deal. So knowing that, we can go and look for a good gap. David Price, this is a phenomenal gap right here. It's about 150 stubs, which is pretty dang good for a gold card, and then 80 stubs taken out after tax. This is going to be a nice little flip, and this is really as easy as it is. You can see the sell now order at 661. It says right there. So I just type in 662 finalize order, and it'll notify you once this order does go through. So buy order successfully created for David Price, and it should tell me if it sells to me as well. I believe it does. If on your dashboard right here, they changed a couple things with the Show Nation. These are notifications. Yep, it does tell you right here. So I put it a buy order for Della Betances, just testing things out to make sure everything works, and it goes and shows you right there. And then you can keep flipping cards. And what I was talking about as far as the exchanges, what I think you guys should get onto, I'll show you actually on the game so it's easier to see in a second, but we're going to be doing silver exchanges, putting bronze cards into the silver exchange, and I have a really good filter for it. market. So we're going to be looking at 72 overalls. This is what works best because you only have to put 9 of those in there, really flat number. And we are of course looking for live series again, and particularly free agents work really well for this. I've been able to get them at about 30 stubs. Granted, it might go up after I make this video, but you can see some 72 overalls. If you get these cards for 30 stubs, like I said, you have to put in 9 times 30 equals 270 stubs that you get for a silver exchange pack. You get a guaranteed silver player. That could be on a broad spectrum. It could be a 75, could be a 79, could go for pretty much what you put into the 270 stubs, or there are silver cards that really are going to surpass quite substantially what you did put in here. And it is not too many cards. 9 is pretty fair, and free agents go very fast, which is a great thing, because a lot of people look at the free agent collections and they see all that XP and they're like, by golly, I gotta get myself on this. So that is a really good thing that you guys can be doing. We're gonna just look at Michael Pineda right here, and what I would recommend is just put a bunch of orders on these when you go to bed, because you know, if I put in 10 orders, or let's say 18, so we get 2 packs, and I just put 18 orders at 30 stubs a piece. By the time I wake up the next morning, I guarantee you all of these are going to be sold to me, because that's how it's been working, and that's how fast the market goes. Like I said, a lot of people are off work, off school. They don't have a lot of obligations right now. You know, a lot of people. Some people are still at work. Some people still have school. You know, online school is still running and everything like that. But yeah, just put in a bunch of orders like that. You go back to your dashboard. It should have a red dot right there if you do have a notification pending. And yeah, we got our David Price right there. So we can go back on the community market and we can go find David Price and we can sell him. So really easy way to make stubs on the computer. Another thing I quickly want to talk about, this is a tip from Movie Gaming TV that he kind of brought to my attention, is when you're buying packs on the game, something that is really cool to do, which I'll just hop back onto the game right here. So if you buy a pack from the store, let's just open a show pack right here, you can sell cards right from, you know, where you get them, and you don't have to settle for the sell now price. All you have to do is look at Jody Mercer, see him right there, and then you'll go back on the community market on the Show Nation, type in Jody Mercer, and you're going to be able to see what his buy now price is. He's currently going for $3.19. You list on the marketplace $3.18. So if you don't like having to go all throughout your binder selling each individual thing, if you like to take it pack by pack, you can definitely do that, and it's going to stretch out how many packs you can open as well, because you're not sitting and waiting you know, like a week to do that. And there you see it already went through. So if you do already sell now cards from the screen from opening packs, stop doing it. Literally take the 5 seconds it takes, go on the community market on the Show Nation, see the price they actually go for, because I would have lost at least 100 some stubs if I did not do that. And the same exact thing is going to work for your mobile device. All you have to do, once again, is go on the shownation.com. Same thing, same setup that you were going to do on the computer. And the phone, I think, is going to be a lot more utilized because, you know, let's say you're out somewhere. You probably don't have your computer unless it's a laptop, but you probably have your phone. So if you are still at work, if you are somewhere, and if you're bored and looking to grind stubs, this is a great way to do it. And the same thing goes. All you have to do is go onto your account, make sure that you're signed in, and then go back into the game section, and we're going to MLB The Show 20 community market, and we're going to be able to do the exact same thing that we just did on our computer. Once again, I recommend gold cards and silvers. By all means, gold card market flipping is still by no means dead. Some people try and say it is, but once again, I reiterate, it's not about getting 500 stubs on a flip, because some people try to say diamond cards are the best thing to flip. That is blasphemous, because diamond cards are so volatile, where somebody can price fix a 20,000 stub card and wanted to sell quickly, put it at 19,500, and then at that chance, you're at risk of losing out on stubs unless you want to hold it out for a week. But that completely defeats the whole purpose of flipping cards, making it go fast and really building those up. So I do believe gold cards and silver are very good. And like I said, make sure and give that bronze card into silver exchange a try. And once again, it is going to work the exact same way. We're going to put in the same filter. Obviously, it is more seamless on a computer. You know, it's not load times necessarily. It's just having an actual mouse and keyboard to type things opposed to having your fingers on a touchscreen. So it is going to be more seamless on a computer, but it is going to be more useful and more practical if you are using it on a phone. And if you don't have a computer next to you when I'm talking about the pack thing, look it up on your phone. It's not going to be that much different. And once again, we're just going to look at live series cards, looking for silvers, and we are going to be able to do the same flipping that we would be able to on our computer. So we're going to look for a decent gap right here. What looks intriguing, what looks enticing. Not a whole lot of stuff. You really have to remember there's a lot of silvers, there's a lot of fish in the sea. It's going to take some time to find the cards that usually have good gaps, but once you do, you're going to recognize that, and it's going to be pretty similar. We're going to look at Brandon Woodruff. That's not a bad gap. We're still going to make near 100 stubs off of that, which, like I said, silver cards go real quick. That's the important thing to remember. And you can also see marketplace trends on here, which is interesting as well. So if you're ever curious about that, and once again, we are going to be able to put in an order for this Brandon Woodruff. And then quickly before we head out of here, I'm going to show you this exchange players, what I was talking about. So bronze players for a silver player. All you're going to need is 972 overalls. Recommend the free agents. Get them for around 30 stubs a pop, which is not going to take all that much time. The exchange value is at 997. There's not a whole lot of waste that you're going to have, waste points. So it's pretty clean, pretty flat. 72, 9 of them you're going to need at about 30 stubs a pop, 270 stubs. I still do recommend this even if the price does increase, because there are silvers that you're going to make a lot of stubs on, and these go really quick because they're free agents. A lot of people want to get the collection done, and a lot of people think they have no value, so they just quick sell them. Like I was talking about in the pack, a lot of people do that. I've seen YouTubers do it, and it pisses me off because I don't know if they don't realize how many stubs they're missing out on, or if they just don't care. But regardless, I think it is very good. And just to show you some of the silver cards that we could be looking at, if it is of course just live series silvers that you can pull, but you can make really big profits. If you think about even 300 stubs that you put into this, if you pull some of the better silvers, you're going to make a good amount. And like I said, if you were to put 50 some orders or 100 orders overnight on these bronze cards, get a ton of packs in the morning, that's a quick way to make a bunch of stubs. Do not miss out on this opportunity. I think it is great. But that's going to do it for this video talking about phone and computer, utilizing them to actually make stubs. So if you are away from your PlayStation, if you're in bed, and if you're off your console, you can just grind the market, grind stubs. If you're sick for some reason, hopefully not sick with you know what, you know, you're going to be able to just sit there and not have to worry about being on your console. You can still grind stubs and hopefully get towards that end goal of Mickey Mantle. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes out. Yeets.